Hey guys, how are we? It's Susie from the Organised Farm Girl. I hope you're all doing well. Now this video is very close to my heart. I feel very passionate about it. I want to take the opportunity to introduce you all to my arch nemesis.
Okay, you have to be real careful, because if you see these thin grasses, not like those like fat ones, but those ones are called rat's they're introduced by Americans grass, and yeah, we have them in Australia too, so be careful. And also, if you have cows or horses, the rat's tail will actually make the teeth, their teeth actually real rotten and they're actually fall out, so yeah.
God bless her, isn't she just the cutest? She is right in some respects, but I might do a little bit of fact clarification. There's a couple of different species she's talking about of Sprobolus grasses. There are introduced species and they're incredibly invasive. You can see the darker strands there waving in the wind. So when we purchased this block, it had a hazard notice on it for giant rat's tail. There are 4 species of rat's tail. There's giant rat's tail, American rat's tail, and giant Parramatta grass. So ours had giant rat's tail on it. I had no idea what it was or what it meant. However, it's become apparent as we've tried to research ways to eradicate it that it really is the most noxious of weeds. The plant itself is really low palatability. It's difficult to control once it gets out of control because it's got massive seed production. As you can see, I'm trying to pull it out and it's so tough. And what Isla was referring to with animals' teeth falling out, it has been known to pull cattle's teeth out due to just how tough it really is. The other unfortunate thing about this plant is they are prolific seed producers. So seed production of giant rat's tail grasses alone, they produce 85,000 seeds per square metre, and that's in a single year. And the other bad thing is the viability of rat's tail grasses seed is about 95%. There's a significant proportion of seeds that remain viable, and get this, because this is the kicker, up to 10 years. That was probably the most daunting thing I found out after beginning my research. So what are the management strategies? Currently there is no biological control agent for these grasses, so you do have to have a management strategy in place. I'm quite proud of ours. I think we're doing pretty well. We have, as you can see in this clip, we have been using glyphosate through a pressurized wick wiper. You will see how patchy a job that I did, but we got a lot of it done with a wick wiper. We have been spot spraying it with glyphosate or fluprophonate, but there seems to be a real shortage of both of those herbicides, which is really unfortunate. So it's becoming expensive and really hard to come by. After that, it's really about out-competing the rat's tail grass. So once we've managed to get rid of the large tussocks that you can see here in the background, you can see all the dead tussocks sort of sticking out that we managed to hit with the wick wiper. It'll be about planting grass species that out-compete rat's tail. So here in the South Burnett, we are using a coastal mix in this paddock that these horses are in. We'll move the horses out and hopefully we'll see some grasses starting to sprout, covering up all the patchy bits. This is a really good shot, an aerial shot, to show you how bad of a job that I did at wick wiping, but it also shows you how much space is in between the tussocks. That's how badly these paddocks were infected with rat's tail. All that bare dry space is where the rat's tail was, where nothing else could grow. This also isn't just a let's wick wipe it and kill it and it's done. It's going to be very, very involved moving forward. This is our first summer on the block. So in our first summer we have boom sprayed with glyphosate and then we've spot sprayed. But we need to move into our second summer re-boom spray with glyphosate to control new seedlings and crop regrowth prior to cultivation. And then in our third summer we then need to boom spray again with glyphosate. We need to continue to plant the paddocks with improved pastures. And the other thing that's worth noting is when you're planting new pastures, you have to use minimum tillage techniques, and apparently that means like you can't really harrow or till up the soil, because as the seeds last for up to 10 years, it promotes the new growth of rat's tail. Just to make things really interesting, it does recommend in the plan that we use a direct drill planter and a rolling technique, but I mean, gosh, the amount of equipment that you need to be able to do this properly, and we're a small scale operation. We will end up with a few more sheep, but we're not going to be running, you know, tens of thousands or even thousands for that matter. So it is a little bit of a daunting kind of process, especially the fact that we're having to look at it sort of 3 years in the future. Anyway, but we will try. Look, we will try. We're going to keep fertilizing. We're going to keep the tussocks down by way of slashing, and hopefully in time we're going to get there.
Very well, so that's why it looks so patchy. But
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment because I need to feel better about my wig wiping. See you later.